everyone, I welcome you all on behalf of Simple Body Talk for our course which is called as Body Language for Workplace Communication, where we'll be seeing how can you enhance your communication if you're looking for the next role, or how can you better connect with your colleagues or your seniors, or be the one who's supposed to be liked by all or noticed by all. So let's begin with the research which speaks about what are the causes that an organization has to incur due to miscommunication, meaning what are the proper or big causes of poor communication. So as you can see, it starts right from the different communication styles that people use in an organization, which is coming down to 42%. Slowly and gradually, we also have lack of strong leadership, personal differences among colleagues. So there are different reasons because of which there is miscommunication or communication which is very poor in the workplace. So how can you overcome that? That will be seen in the course. So let's begin the course by understanding who all can actually be a part of this course. Anyone and everyone who's a working professional, not just from the corporate, from every domain, be it a teacher, be it a doctor or a lawyer, you can enroll for the course. If you are a team member, as I said, if you want to be liked and noticed by your team members, this course will help you a lot. Then this is also for you if you are a team manager. So how can you connect with your team very well or enhance the communication between the team members? So let's quickly see what are we. So Simple Body Talk is an organization which is existing since 2013 in the niche area of non-verbal communication. So we help individuals and organizations with the backing of non-verbal science. So now, these are some of the solutions that we have. We do corporate training on different topics, right from women leadership to work-life balance, to negotiations and sales and so on and so forth. We also have personal coaching, which is very specific either on a one-on-one basis or on a specific group for leading corporates. Then we have open format events, that is, we release a calendar right at the start of the year so that you can book the course that you want to enroll for depending on the place that you are at or what topic you are interested in. Then we have an online course just like this one. We have lots of online course. If you are interested, just go and browse through our site. And if you're interested to become a trainer on your own, we have Train the Trainer for You, which is again a comprehensive course full of in-depth tips and applications of non-verbal science. So these are some of our clients. As you can see, they belong to diverse domains of different organizations. This is me, I'm Bhavna Suleria, the behavioral trainer at Simple Body Talk. Here are some of my clients that I've worked with. So when I talk of webinars, I take level 1 and level 2. Similarly for workshops, I also do coaching for group as well as one-on-one. So what are you going to get? So there are going to be 8 power-packed modules full of tips that you can apply as you're going through your organization's daily working. Yes, so these tips will help you not only be liked by everyone, but also get noticed for the next level that you're looking for. Again, you'll have lot of activities which will help you to understand the essentials of body language with the focus on your workplace communication. Also, you're going to get a lot of free things. Let's see that as well. But before that, we'll be seeing the details of each and every day. So we start with the different applications of body language at a workplace. Then we'll see for workplace communication, one of the essentials is having communication in the first place. So what are the vitals or essentials of communication? Then once you know what's communication, then what are the confidence hacks which will help you to become more confident at your workplace? Post that, we'll be seeing how do we approach colleagues. So at a workplace, we have colleagues. When we want to go and have a word with them, what is the best way to approach them? Then how do we engage them in an effective communication? Then we also see some essentials of meetings of different scenarios with good amount of examples. Then we'll see what is rapport building all about or how that helps for you to be noticed in the organization. And at the end, we'll have a quick wrap up of all the sessions that we have done. So, this is something which I want you to focus on. Whatever we discuss, it's going to be universal, meaning the tips meaning would remain exactly the same regardless of the geographical location or the country or age, gender of the individuals that you are interacting with. So whatever you're going to learn in the course, you can apply it anywhere and everywhere, and the meaning of those would remain exactly the same. And for you to know that better, what we have done is throughout the course we have used images of different personalities belonging to different domains just to tell you how body language looks like on different people of different geographical locations or age or gender. So this is not all, you're going to get free giveaways as well. So what are those? 8 video lessons that you're going to get, quizzes, lots of them. Then you'll also have a cheat sheet to enhance your workplace communication. We'll also give you a case study. If you're able to do that correctly, you can send it to us and then we'll give you detailed feedback on that as well. That's not all. You will also get day-wise detailed agenda of the entire course as a free giveaway. So, now let's begin the course by understanding where do you use body language in your workplace. Meaning, just think for a moment those instances where you have observed someone and it has helped you to communicate better, or it has helped you to understand what the person was thinking or feeling. So what I would suggest, pause the video, write down those examples, and then we'll continue with the further course. Think of examples where you have used body language or you have seen others use body language and it has helped them. Think for a moment, write it down in the comments, and then we'll continue. So, these are the areas, right from knowing each other to communicating very effectively. Then there are different situations, right from meetings to presentations to building great rapport. What is rapport all about? That we'll be covering in the course. As you remember, we have a course day called as rapport building. Then if you want to impress seniors, these are just few areas where you can apply body language at your workplace. Each one of them we'll be covering in the coming days of the course. So let's start with a case study. So here is an organization, as you can see, it's called as EPSA. So it's a multinational organization which saw there was a drop in the employee engagement. Now why that drop has happened? Because there was some structural change that took place in the organization. Now the employees started feeling there was a huge gap between the seniors and themselves. So what the organization did was they started to have an employee engagement program. So now this program was full of activities, making sure that every participant or every employee actively participated in the employee engagement program. So now, post that when employees' feedback was taken, what was found was 82% of employees felt that the session was extremely engaging. 91% of the employees actually felt that the sessions, whatever feedback they gave, it was not just heard but also applied as well. 20% of the communication that was taking place in the organization improved drastically. So, when we talk of workplace communication, we need to understand how actively engaging employees helps us in the long run. So, now let's start with an example of what is the crucials or essentials of workplace communication. So, here is an image of 2 employees engaged in a conversation, and as you can see, there is something written on the top which is called as, "You don't look your usual sort today. Is something wrong?" Now, think for those instances where you have observed, say, your colleague or even your friend, when you observe that they were not their usual self. How would you know that? You observe that there was certain change in the way they behaved, meaning the body language was different from the normal self. So now when that happens, you know there's something amiss, meaning if that is a person who's bursting with energy and suddenly they are the ones who are too quiet, or they're normally quiet and today they are speaking a lot. So now you know there's something that has happened which has led to this change in the body language. So normally if they come and give you a hug, today they didn't give you. So you know you have to observe these certain signals, because of which you came down to the question asking your friends, what is it that is not that normal today with them? So what are you doing? You're observing the body language of in general normal versus what's different today. So this is one example. Now let's move to another one. So it's an organization. I'm sure this has happened a lot with you. So when you're sitting across or you're trying to go and approach your boss, and depending on what are the signals that in this image she is giving, the person is trying to make a decision. Shall I go and ask her? Why? Because he's assuming that she is angry. Similarly, in your organization, I'm sure you may have decided when to approach your boss depending on the mood or the signals that they are giving. Meaning, if they feel like they are in a not that unpleasant mood, or they are in a very pleasant mood depending on the body language that they are showing, then you can actually go and ask for a leave. Similarly, once they enter, right from that moment you start observing the different ways in which the boss is walking or interacting with others, which will tell you what exactly is they are thinking or feeling, meaning what is the kind of body language that they are having at that moment, and depending on that you can take a decision of approaching them over a leave or of the incomplete task, or telling them that you've actually completed the task. What are these things? You're observing the body language of the individual. Yes, so that's the power of body language. So when I'm saying there's something called as normal body language and which is different from today, it's called as baseline as a concept, which we cover in our courses of level 3 onwards. In this particular course, just remember, if a person's body language is different from the normal self, meaning the way they behave is slightly different from the normal way of their behavior, you know that there's something amiss right here, which you can know better if you actually go and approach them. So this was an example just to show you the power of observation when it comes to body language. So that was all for today's session, which was the first one of our course. In the next one, we'll be seeing what are the essentials when it comes to communication. Yes? So, see you in the next course.